Hey, everybody.
Hey.
Hello. This worked.
So far, we're doing fabulous.
We are indeed.
We're live with you. We made it on time, so Facebook is happy.
Yes.
We are so excited.
Well, we want to keep the Facebook gods happy.
I thought you were just going to say the Facebook.
We're keeping the Facebook happy. Yes.
The Facebook.
So, we are actually very lucky tonight. We are going to be hanging out with some of our favorite podcasters.
We are.
And I'm going to bring them in right now. If that's
you are.
Okay.
You're not going to play their intro first?
Oh, should I play their intro first? I'll play the intro.
Yeah.
Let me play the intro,
just
guys.
so they have like they get the feel of the vibe.
But for those who are jumping in and saying hi, thank you. Tell us who you are, where you're from, what you're drinking.
Yes.
Let's play and let you guys know who we're going to be hanging out with tonight. We've been talking them up, but this will give you a really good feel, I think. So let's check them out.
Tired of the everyday grind? Want to get away from it all? Descend into paradise.
Greetings, everybody, from sunny Florida. Here's wishing you the best of everything. And it's my personal belief that the best of everything comes from right down here.
Here we go, guys. We're on a Key West adventure. Here we go.
Yay!
Yeah. Hey, guys.
We have Megan and Garrett from the Dip Crew, the Just a Podcast in Paradise crew tonight with us, and we are so happy to have you. Welcome.
Hi, thank you for having us.
Happy to be here.
We are just glad that you guys could come and hang out. And, we've been doing beer chats now for about a year. We started this during the height of the pandemic, and we wanted to figure out what we could do to get back to our community and, what could we offer? And we said, well, you know what, we've got our couch or our studio and an hour and some just time to hang out, tune out the negativity, tune out the world, and just be with each other. So
we talk about fun things like you talk about vacationing in Florida, drinking and eating in Florida.
A lot of that.
Yes.
Yep. Florida has that in abundance for sure.
And is that why you all started your show?
Yeah, no, I mean, I think to kind of go off of what you said, I mean, we finally were able to start the podcast during the height of the pandemic.
Yeah.
We talked about it so many times, multiple nights out, multiple times of us just hanging out, just saying like, we need to start it. And finally we had time and, we started it when you were working from home. I was not working. And
we started it from our phones using Skype before we had like the mic in the studio.
Yeah. Well, and also Steph was scared to bring us over because it was, again, the height of the pandemic.
So you did remote podcasting.
And we had to do it. Me and Megan had to do it from 2 different rooms.
Why not do something really hard in the hardest way possible? I think that's great.
Yeah, it was funny. We did it from 2 different rooms in our house, so we didn't echo or anything like that. It was a lot more difficult.
Yeah, I think that's like the silver lining of the pandemic too, though, is that it gave you time to invest in creative ideas.
That is why we have double digits here in the chat tonight. That is why we have 12 or 13 people coming in, and we're probably going to get more and more and more because we started on Instagram and we started promoting because we really just want to celebrate you all, because we know how hard it is to start a podcast and also have full-time jobs. And you had it so right that the silver lining of this past year, 2020 into 2021, has been the ability to connect with our audience and be able to do things that we haven't been able to do before. So
absolutely,
like this is the first time that we have ever had guests on our beer chat like this.
Woohoo!
Well, I feel so honored.
Same.
And the computer hasn't exploded.
Yeah.
And nothing
so
nothing's
excited.
gone wrong. So we are
No
we
technical
have
difficulties.
no.
No.
Well, the
That's
chat
so
is still
far.
young. Give it time. But we've been really working on getting the studio together. We got some new equipment. We're kind of still working out some of the kinks, but it's all kind of up. So the fact that it seems to be working
is awesome. And let me tell you, we are so happy to have you here. We thought about playing a game with you, but really I know that we got interviewed on your show and at the year anniversary on with Steph and the other half of the dip crew, I would say.
Sarah and
Sarah and
Alyssa.
Alyssa.
Right? Yeah, I guess the other half, or I don't know. Is that not right, math?
No, that
Yeah, I
works.
guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
Steph
It's
was definitely
the other
the star,
40%.
the leader, the mastermind.
Yeah.
And we,
And
we,
the
we appear when
producer.
she lets us.
We do our part. We do our
And the
part.
producer who shall remain nameless.
Yes.
Yeah. Never
So-
been seen on camera.
So we kind of wanted to bring you into the fold with the beverages that we talked about with them and the medals, and we wanted to show them off with you. And then we also wanted to ask you questions because we have in our chat people who love to take runcations in Florida and travel to places like Key West and like Disney and and Tampa,
Miami.
places you know about.
Oh, yes. And love to talk about.
So we hope that we can kind of throw some questions your way about eating and drinking in those places, because we can talk about the running, but you all are the experts when it comes to.
Yeah. What's running?
If your idea of a marathon involves Netflix, that's okay.
Yeah.
We're not
I
judging.
mean, it is my favorite type of marathon.
Yeah. I'm more Disney Plus than Netflix, but I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you all, I don't know if you can see it, if you can see some of the chat comments that are coming in.
Yeah, we're on Megan's phone, so it's like tough.
Yeah. So you could see there are some people that may actually, when we throw up the comments, they may be saying like happy anniversary, or we invite them also to ask you questions about vacationing. He's adjusting my
I'm adjusting everyone's. I'm
my
getting
audio because I'm loud and excited.
no. Josh is letting us know he's getting a little bit of reverb, so I'm trying my best
Thank you,
here
Josh.
to see
Thank
what we
you.
can do.
I appreciate
with
that, Josh.
I'm not sure if it's I'm not sure where that reverb would be located. So I'm hoping.
Let us know if it gets better based on these
Fix it.
adjustments. But we have other fellow podcasters in the chat from
Nice.
Mousers and Magic podcast. We have James J. Williams here. We have Katie here, who is our newest patron and also a Disney fan, a Disney lover. But then we have so many people that, and also we have Miss Figgy, who is engaged to a cast member from Disney, Mark Daniels.
Oh.
We have a bunch of people here in the chat that are probably that are
kind of Disney royalty.
They may throw questions your way about vacationing in Florida, or they may throw your way just congratulatory messages about celebrating a year, because these fellow podcasters know how hard it is.
And honestly, the fellow podcast listeners, our community's been so great. We give a little bit of a peek behind the curtain by doing this, and we let everybody kind of know the trials, the tribulations, and all that. So we share that. That's part of it for us, and they get it.
So I mean, like Rob Nadeau, who is a longtime patron of ours, he's like, I'm a professional tourist. I could get in on this. So
I consider myself that.
Yeah. So I hope everything is better now that we've adjusted or do I just need to be quieter because
I don't know that it's necessarily you. It's okay.
All right.
It could have been us.
I get excited because we're celebrating a year of podcasting with these people who know how to do it right. I mean, they vacation. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I need that gig.
So should we start with them in the I think we should end at the southernmost point because I think that's their favorite.
Okay.
It's close.
What do you think? Is that your, it's not your favorite.
My favorite is Orlando, of course, but that's just me.
Garrett loves Disney more than he loves
Universal,
anything.
Disney, not you though.
Aww.
There's no wrong answer.
There's no wrong answer. Yeah. So
There isn't.
There isn't.
I mean, we could start.
Wherever you guys want.
So
It's up to you. Start with North Florida.
Yeah. So where have you been in North Florida? Let's start there.
So, I mean, without the dip crew, of course, Tallahassee.
Is there anywhere worth going in Tallahassee?
From the age range of 18 to 24, yes.
Okay, so party town. College parties.
Well, I mean, I went to Florida State University my first year of college, and we were the #1 party school.
It's not far off now. My brother's up there right now. So.
Is that so? It's maintained its reputation.
Oh yeah.
Oh
for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Oh for sure. No, we've spoken a lot about a trip for us to take to Destin.
Oh, we want to go to Destin so
we mentioned
bad.
Destin in the last hour. We were talking about the fact that that's a forever drive from our area of Southwest Florida.
Yeah,
and that's why we haven't been yet.
Yeah, you need to create almost an entire trip up there. Like stopping in multiple places just because of how long that drive is.
100%.
Just kind of see everything else as well.
If you haven't heard of Crab Island in Destin, look it up. It's like a huge sandbar, boats go, and they have like all kinds of like floats. And it's just a big like hangout spot in the middle of the ocean, which is why we want to go so badly. It's like so Florida, so fun.
You love crab. Do you love going and getting them in the ocean?
I mean,
or consuming them.
Both. I definitely like to eat crab. But we like to find little fiddler crabs and crabs in like the rocks and stuff. Anytime we go to the beach, if you find the rocks that are like on the beach, like half in the water, there's little crabs living in there. And in the little mangrove pods, they're called something.
Seeds.
No, it's got a weird name. Anyway,
you'll think of it.
They make great pokey sticks to poke the little crabs out of their holes.
Pokey sticks.
Yeah. Okay. So in North Florida, whenever you go, if you happen to ever travel to Jacksonville, if you all would ever do a podcast crossover, we know fantastic food and beverage in Jacksonville.
Oh, really?
Oh, please. Yes.
Yeah. We do. And that is home to a race that is near and dear to our heart. We've talked about the Donna half marathon. Actually, I think we talked about it on your show. We've talked about it on other podcasts. We're not affiliated with it. It supports breast cancer research.
Mm-hmm.
It's near and dear to our hearts. I lost my mom to breast cancer in 2016. Mm-hmm. The goal for us is to stamp out that disease, and that race benefits so many families. But the city has adopted that race over the last decade plus that it's been running, and you basically have a 26-mile long street party, and then the city is rich with food and drink after the fact.
So I will tell you, if you do the 5K, you can walk it, and if you do the half, you could walk it, and there will be Jello shots along the way. There will be beer,
and that's not official stuff. That's citizens in the city just coming out.
Oh,
and setting
I love that.
In front of their houses, and as you're running by, they're handing you
they're
handing you vodka soaked gummy bears. They're handing you plates of breakfast. They're making mimosas, and they're all like decked out, and like you see Amy's got a pink boa on. They've got pink everything
like this.
Neighborhoods decorate.
That sounds so fun.
It is amazing.
Yeah.
And the best part of that race is you're running it with people who are in treatment, who have beaten cancer, who are maybe running in memoriam, and you see they have the specialty bibs that are saying why they're running, and you will go from laughing hysterically in 1 mile to crying in the next. It's just amazing. It's an amazing race.
It's great.
That's awesome. Yeah.
So we're trying to coordinate some meetup up there. So if we can ever get the podcasts to cross over,
we would love
that sounds great.
Like
I've always wanted.
Squad or
We've never really done 5Ks, but it sounds like there are a lot more.
And that's we were
just running.
And we were talking about that when we were in Disney this past weekend. I'm like, well, why don't we like do one of the Disney like 5Ks or whatever when they come back, or the Universal one or whatever.
That is
Like-
the gateway into running.
Yeah.
We've been thinking. We've always thought about doing that. What if we collab for it?
Yeah.
Yes, that would be awesome if it
It's so much fun.
if the live and in-person races come back. Like Steph said on the episode, we the Wine and Dine half marathon weekend has a 5K, and we would love to do that with the Dip Crew. And
It'll be so much fun.
Oh my goodness.
There's a lot to explore there.
If
Even
it's an
even
excuse to go to Orlando, then
Any excuse.
and so many people equate Orlando with Disney, but truthfully, there's an
There's
amazing
Universal,
scene.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
well, that's
Get
my
outside
favorite.
the parks.
That's my favorite.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can get outside the parks. There's an amazing food and drink scene there.
Oh my gosh! yeah.
Absolutely.
We just actually, real quick,
Yeah.
follow us on TikTok. Actually, we just started our Just Take a Dip TikTok, but
You
our
did?
first real like restaurant video was for
Domu?
Domu. It's in.
There's actually a location in Jacksonville, but they started in Orlando. They've got 2
Ooh.
spots in Orlando. They are so good. Full cocktail menu. Each location has its own like seasonal cocktail menu, and they have like some staples. Best wings I've ever had. Definitely recommend Domu.
But it's like it's cool. It's like a
Nice.
Asian ramen type.
And they have
Joint.
like unique like tapas, like appetizers.
Yeah, a lot of fun.
And we
But
went to downtown Orlando for the first time.
Ooh.
Highly recommend. So yes, definitely Orlando has a lot more to offer than just the
Mhm.
parks.
we
Oh.
stumbled upon one of the best karaoke bars we've ever been to, and we shut it down.
Did you do karaoke?
Oh
Is there
yeah.
video?
There's a new bar called Aloha Beautiful in downtown Orlando. It just opened, 2 weeks ago now?
Mhm.
And it's like tiki themed. So we already love that. Like, we love tiki, and they've got karaoke all the time. They have like hula hoop contests sometimes. They have limbo contests. They have Polynesian dancers. It's like, you gotta go. Like if you're going to downtown Orlando, definitely hit up Aloha Beautiful. You know, prepare your repertoire of songs. Have some cool tiki cocktails.
Mm. So we still have yet to cover on the show a place that I think that you all have been and that we love. And speaking of tapas dining, like right, so it is.
Well, there's a couple of spots that we've gone for tapas dining in the
Yes.
Orlando area,
That's
but
true.
I think that our favorite is Cafe 222.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
We don't often feature chain
Chains.
restaurants, and
Yes.
it's not that we are like predisposed against chains. There's nothing wrong with the chain,
No.
but sometimes something gets lost in a chain. But 22 Tango is a place that
awesome.
I've been loving since the 90s when they first opened in
Wow.
Atlanta.
Mhm.
And
Oh, they're from Atlanta. I didn't know that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if they're from Atlanta, but when I was there for college,
in
they,
Atlanta.
Oh, nice.
they opened in Atlanta, and they had the best marketing. They basically dressed in Renaissance Fair costumes and were walking around Piedmont Park handing out informational flyers about their place.
Very cool.
Yeah, really, really. I mean, it caught your attention for sure. And they've
It's a great place.
they've never lost that flair. And I think that they let the local chefs in each of their restaurants play a little bit, which I think is they probably have some
Yes.
key things that are universal, but then
Mhm.
they localize, which
Yeah.
I
Right.
love.
Yeah, no, we love that place. We took my brother there about a little over a year ago, and he was like, when we did the bottomless mimosas and like
Yeah, they have the bottomless brunch.
Oh.
and my brother literally was like, when do we stop eating?
Like he couldn't believe it.
Oh.
And I feel like
Brunch.
because it's on International Drive, and of course there's tons of things on there that it's easily missed, and you might be like, oh, I don't need to go there, but you need to go there.
While we're talking about, you put it up here.
And
Figgy is talking about.
Figgy. I was
have you
gonna say
been to
Figgy's reading
Santiago's
my
Bodega?
mind.
We have been, yes.
Do you like it?
We loved it. We had a really hard time splitting the tab, so definitely plan ahead.
I mean, you could get yourself into trouble there, but I love.
We were there for a Jeff Galloway race or running clinic at the Track Shack, which is an
Yes.
amazing running store in the Metro Atlanta area or Metro Orlando area. And we ended up going up there for the day and then grabbing lunch at Santiago's Bodega. Also, one of
So
those.
good.
It's also a chain, but their food quality
It's awesome.
And when
their
you
like
cocktail
brew,
quality is
tapas are
insane.
great.
They're down
Garrett's
in Key
getting
West
another
as
beer.
well, right? Oh, Garrett's getting another beer.
Yeah.
Listen, be just a little
Yeah, so
break
what
right
are-
here.
Yes,
Yeah, go ahead.
I was going to ask what you're drinking. I see
Yes.
that you're partaking in a tasty
So
beverage.
I've never had it before, but I actually kind of like it. It's called Raging Eagle.
It's by
It's
Yingling.
Yingling, like a mango beer.
I love the name.
Beer
Sorry,
it.
I did
Oh
you
goodness.
Wow.
Sorry, I'm
Uh-oh.
here.
There you go.
There you go.
Sorry, that was my fault. I kicked the
We
camera.
lost them and now they're back.
I was
Yes.
going to say this is like was it Cobra Eagle Karate or whatever from the Cobra Kai?
Something Eagle.
Something
Oh,
Eagle.
that show's
Garrett
so
loves
good.
Cobra Kai.
We love Cobra Kai.
She hasn't
all
got.
day.
She hasn't watched it with me yet, and I
All
want
day.
to rewatch it.
Oh,
Yes.
it's incredible.
We would rewatch it anytime.
It's so good.
So you're drinking something by Yingling that is probably widely available, which is good to know.
Yeah.
It's good to know.
Yes,
It's
So you
good.
said it's a mango beer?
Yes. Oh, I don't know if you can. It's probably backwards.
I'm pretty sure what it was.
It's not
I'm
backwards.
guessing.
You're good.
Yeah.
I'm guessing it was a microbrew, and they
Yeah.
ended up buying it.
Nice.
I love it.
And you, Garrett, are having
I got another Voodoo Ranger, but this is an Imperial IPA.
His
not
first one was the Juicy
Juicy
Haze.
the Juicy Haze, and this is the Imperial. Wow, this is 9%.
He loves IPAs.
This
I'm
is
not a fan.
9%. Things are going to take a turn for you as you go on.
Well,
Oh, that's
things
really
might take
good.
a turn for us too because we're drinking
Cocktails.
Yes, we're drinking the cocktail
I've
that
been
we
enjoying mine
made.
more than she has, apparently.
Well, I finished the beer from our last chat. Okay.
Okay.
Life goals. So we are having a cold fashioned, which we talked about on your show. Like we loved the cafecito, the coffee cocktail that you all, oh my gosh. Yes.
We didn't get to try it, but it looked amazing.
Yeah, I think they need to make it for you.
Yes.
And I
Oh,
think
absolutely. It's a must.
everybody
We
needs
love
to have it.
cafecito.
And we've got to track down the cafecito.
Yes, we do.
We're on a mission for that now.
Yes.
And now I'm seeing Figgy said that her son is the executive chef at
At
Santiago's
Santiago's
Bodega.
Bodega?
Oh,
Her son is
wow.
a culinary genius. So
Genius.
yeah,
Genius.
I am a sucker, and we'll go to a new town, and invariably we end up someplace that does tapas dining.
Because we love it.
It gives you such
You
a
get to
kick.
try more.
That exactly.
Charcuterie
And I was
for
going to
the
ask
win.
you when you guys are out checking out new places for dining, do you go whole hog into one major or one big entree, or do you sample around the menu a little bit?
Oh yeah, we definitely try to sample around. We'll split two things. Definitely get an appetizer if we're feeling real hungry. It's hard to fit it all in. I think that's always the biggest challenge, is
But you
being
have
able to get it all.
Agreed.
You have to try a lot of the menu to be able to talk about it.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And then you also have to try cocktails. So you got to leave room or beer, whatever it is.
It's tough. It's tough.
Well, since we're still talking Orlando, Stephanie Swan in the chat dropped in a great
Hey.
question.
Hi.
Best place for entertainment with dinner and drinks in Orlando.
Dinner, drinks, and entertainment.
Ooh.
Honestly, hands down, and I'm gonna say it. It was Aloha Beautiful.
Really?
Well, I wouldn't say full dinner. They have
not
small
a full
plates.
dinner. They do have small plates there and everything, but we had no idea what we were walking into when we went in when we went into that bar. Like it was completely like shot out of the dark. We're like, oh, this place looks fun. It's kind of like a tiki bar.
It's really
and it was
when you notice something like
yeah,
that. When you
it was one of the best freaking places we've ever been to. Oh, you know what?
Hot Tin Roof. Is
Hot
what I
Tin
was
Roof,
thinking of.
yes.
On at Icon Park.
That place is really good.
They always have live music, good cocktails, pretty reasonably priced, especially for Orlando.
It is a chain. There are a few around the U.S., not a lot, but it does have really good entertainment. You have Icon Park. You're in Icon Park. But the other one that comes to mind, and again, I don't know if they do dinner because I've only been there like past midnight, and that is Jelly Rolls.
Oh yeah.
I miss that so much.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
On
Garrett loves the popcorn, which is not a complete meal, but
I don't know why it was just the greatest popcorn I'd ever eaten in my life when we
matter.
went there, and it was like you could like
Yeah.
scoop it yourself. Like it was his own little popcorn stand.
yeah, definitely not happening now.
Entertainment,
Probably
another entertainment, food and drink wise. Again, you've also got Trader Sam's.
Oh
Yeah.
Sam's
Which is right now is not open,
Yeah.
Right.
but yeah, if I was going to Orlando and it was open, that would be my first stop
It's
for
Trader
sure.
Sam's. They've got great food.
A must.
They've got the best drinks. They've got entertainment with every drink you get.
Yes, every drink has its
It's
own
incredible.
theming. It's so great.
We've got to do it. We haven't done it yet when it reopens.
And we're
Oh my
huge
God.
Tiki fans. That's the crazy thing. We haven't
Well-
managed to fit that in yet.
I mean, on the set tonight, we have Papa's Pilar in your honor.
Ooh.
Whoop whoop.
Not
Love
that
it.
we've opened it, but we just have it on the set as a set piece. But I think we're gonna have to open it at some point.
Not tonight.
Shots?
Not
Question mark?
tonight. Well, I mean, we have shots to toast you at the end,
And we're
Okay,
gonna explain
okay.
the
I
shot.
have to go
We're
get
gonna
the
light-
explain the
go-
shot.
we have to
We'll
get the
have to
liquor
prepare
there.
some shots.
and
Yeah.
we'll explain the shot here. But
We have
Yeah.
we have another request from the chat, and that's
Yeah.
from our patron Josh is asking you to
Describe your beer.
Describe your beer.
My beer. Describe it. Okay. I mean, I'm not a beer drinker, so let me take a sip and channel
we're gonna
this
help.
beer.
We'll fill in. We'll help. We'll all do it together.
Let Garrett help. So the mango kind of hits the back of your tongue at the end.
Oh,
It's not super sweet. It's not really sweet at all. I mean, it's beer forward.
It's beer forward. I like that.
No, that's
Tastes like a beer.
So, we have a story about this.
What
Don't
else
let
do you have
us
to say
forget.
about it? Like Garrett, it could be
no,
more expert
it's
advice.
pretty. I mean, it's pretty mild, but you do have that little bit of mango in there. It's 6% too.
Yeah, it's 6%. And what I have here is a 24 ounce. I don't know if you could see that it was 24.
You're not
Big one. It's
you're
like
not
a
playing
tall-
around.
It's like a tall.
Tall
Yeah,
boy.
it's a tall boy, a big boy.
Yeah.
It's more.
And I mean, for someone who's not an avid beer drinker, I think it's probably best. If you like IPAs, you might not like it.
That definitely it has more of a mango flavor than I've ever had in a beer.
Yes,
Okay.
but it's not like
It's not bad.
a seltzer. It's not
It's
like
good.
it's not too flavorful.
Now,
Okay.
what about your Voodoo Ranger there?
Well, what I figured out is the juicy
Juicy one?
haze that I drank before it
Yeah.
kind of has masked the taste of this one a little bit because it was a lot more hoppy. But this one, I mean, I can definitely tell it's still very, very hoppy. I mean, it's exactly what I'm looking for. But
So, like hoppy, do you prefer piney IPAs or do you prefer citrus and juicy?
I like citrus.
IPAs? You like juicy because we love juicy IPAs.
Us too.
the
I like
citrus.
citrus. Yeah,
Yes.
there's a double IPA that I love from Fort Myers Brewery actually
Yay.
Oh, yeah.
local.
called On Your Ass.
Yep. OYA.
Oh,
Yep.
yes. OYA, we love.
We
Have
have-
3 of those and
You're done.
you're toast.
Yeah.
You're toast.
It's kind of like the Cypress Strong out there. I love the
Mm.
Cypress Strong out there. So,
Now, this is an interesting one. Sebastian was actually making a comment over on Instagram, and
Oh.
he's like, "Hey, when in Orlando, we eat Cece's Pizza and Golden Corral each night. Budget trips. Do you guys have any budget recommendations
Yeah.
for people?"
Oh
heading to
gosh,
Orlando?
yeah. Okay. One of them we love again at Icon Park. It's Shake Shack.
It's a chain.
Yeah.
It's a chain.
No,
But it
But
is-
it's so
absolutely.
good. We love Shake Shack
We-
so much.
We left Epcot and Magic Kingdom on a Saturday. We were like, we don't want to really go anywhere. We actually ended up driving 20 minutes north to go get Shake Shack and brought it back to the hotel. And it was incredible.
I love that. I love that.
God,
I like Shake Shack.
There's
Yeah.
food
time
trucks
having it,
at
I wanna
Disney
say it was in-
Springs.
was it-
So if
Oh,
you
the
want the
food-
Disney
the food
Springs
trucks.
experience,
Yes.
you can get some decently priced food that's really good. Four Rivers Cantina, we just
Oh,
went to.
Four Rivers is great.
Oh,
Four
yeah.
Rivers Barbecue, we actually carbo loaded with ahead of the Donna up in Jacksonville because it was right
nice.
next to our hotel. So we love
Four
Four
Rivers is
Rivers.
good. But Four Rivers
And-
Cantina is like,
It's their food truck at Disney Springs, and
Mm-hmm.
they have like barbacoa, like taco cones.
Oh,
If you've seen birria, it's like a big trend these days. It's like, yes,
Yes.
I love it. I
They-
freaking love
they
it.
had a
a birria quesadilla, so good.
And we were like in the corner, like we were on a standing table, and everybody's surrounding us eating, and we're just scarfing down this quesadilla like animals. It was so good.
Yeah, I've got some great photos of Amy at the food trucks doing one of the cones, if I'm not mistaken.
They have some good stuff there.
And the funny thing about their food is it's gorgeous. Like,
yeah,
it's Instagrammable.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
and delicious. On top
Which, of course, the Dip Crew's always looking for something Instagrammable.
Of course.
Did we even have time to Instagram it? We ate it so quickly.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah, your Instagram game makes me hungry. Which
Thank you.
No,
we try.
I'm a fat guy that's trying to run more. Like, stop.
You're built for comfort. We're built for comfort, not for speed.
That's true.
So that's
it's the same as me, but I don't want to run.
Yeah, and at Jelly Rolls, just shouting out, Piano Rob.
Piano Rob.
Yeah.
All right.
The man, the myth, the legend. He's been
he's been doing quarantine,
carrying the
Instagram.
torch with quarantunes. Yes.
We love that. And speaking of, like, I think Stephanie Swan has a question in the chat about breweries in Orlando.
Oh, okay.
And I know one, but
I
I don't know if the Dip Crew has any recommendation.
I don't think we've ever been to a brewery in Orlando.
You know what? One that always intrigues me, though. It's not in Orlando, but it does provide all of the themed beers for Universal, and that's Florida Brewing Company. So they brew Duff beer in Universal,
which we got a great review on. People were saying we absolutely have to get the Duff beer.
It's
we haven't had. We
really,
haven't had
really
it
like it. It's very easy to drink. But not only Duff beer, they do all of the Harry Potter themed beer as well in the park. So Orlando, but not necessarily Orlando, because I'm pretty. Where
she's going to Orlando? That's what she asked.
Well,
so it needs to be in Orlando.
Well, Stephanie, if you're going,
Stephanie, yeah.
Yes, they're going to be there next month.
We'll be able to get Duff beer and any of the Harry Potter themed beer. I don't know if you're going.
Awesome.
The Harry Potter, is that called butterbeer, or is that a separate?
They have three different brews in Harry Potter world. One of them's Dragon's Ale. That's the amber beer that I love that they have.
Amber's so good.
Two other ones, I forget what they are.
Style, yeah.
Yeah.
But the cool thing was that I found out when we were there, they're like, all of those beers, they're not just, licensed, or like they don't just brew random beer and then put
call
the logo on
beer.
it. It is Duff beer.
That's great.
That is super cool. I just think Crooked Can would be great to visit.
Yeah, now Crooked Can does the beers for one of our favorites. If we're going
in Disney Springs,
just to throw one in there into the mix for the question regarding food, drink, and entertainment, and that is
Raglan Road.
Raglan Road.
Have you been there?
We talk about it every time.
Every single time, and we don't.
We don't go.
What?
You should go with us sometime.
There's just so much at Disney Springs. It's hard.
And I love
it. It really is.
And I want to go there every single night. And
it's so but we love their tree wishes.
Tree wishes. That's their Irish red.
Wishes. And we kept calling it
Try wishes.
Try wishes for the longest.
Reading it phonetically, and then finally one of the young ladies there was kind enough to correct me, so it didn't sound like a complete goofball the whole time.
So that's what I would say if we were answering Stephanie Swan's question. But
and Josh is asking if we're into sours at all. It depends on the sour. For me, I'm very selective on that.
Are you guys into sours?
So Steph
became into sours when we went to Florida
Anchor Lab, right?
Yeah, they have a really good. No, that's where she got into sours. Was when we were at Anchor Lab. It was the cherry lime, the Sonic cherry lime sour they had, and it was delicious.
So good. So we have to go somewhere with Dip Crew and have a flight.
Oh yeah, absolutely. This will be just a absolute rager of a podcast crossover. I can't wait. Looks like we have let's see. James is saying in the chat,
Boathouse.
the Boathouse has some pretty amazing entertainment on Friday and Saturday nights and brunch on Sunday. He's plugging Piano Rob.
Of course.
Rob is.
Why wouldn't you? He's awesome.
Since Jelly Rolls hasn't reopened, Rob is doing a lot of piano work.
Oh, cool.
At the Boathouse.
around.
Which,
cool.
hashtag lobster roll. Anyway.
And Katie is reinforcing my life choice of the Raglan Road bread pudding. So yeah. And Josh is loving your suggestion of the cherry lime sour, or he's at least intrigued by it. There's
Josh is in Alabama. You're giving him a reason to come down.
Come down to Naples,
Yes.
Anchor Lab Brewery. It's right
It's
next
really
to
cool.
us.
brewery.
Yeah, now they do or we have a brewery here in Florida called Big Storm. They do I want to say it's a cherry lime sour that they do, but the one that I really like of their sour list is their Guava Sour.
Yeah, it's really good. Have you had it?
I love guava. No.
It's so good.
It's not so sour that it's gonna make your jaws draw up, but it's very drinkable and very sessionable. It's only a little over 4% ABV.
Not too high. Yeah.
Or right at 4%.
We lost them. Now they're back.
We may have to switch phones here in a minute.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go grab my phone.
We're trying to make preparations, but we're here.
Okay. Because
We're
we
being
have
really
to
subtle
say we have talked about Orlando, but we know we need to move on.
We got to move
Tampa.
Maybe move south to Tampa. I'm going to take a
Yes.
stab at it and say you guys might have some suggestions.
We do for sure. And can we group St. Petersburg into that? Because we all
absolutely 100%.
Yes.
Okay, as a native Tampa boy, I will say we normally wouldn't allow that, but for tonight's purposes,
Yes.
it's okay.
I vote yes.
Okay. We're gonna pause because we're gonna switch phones.
Okay.
We'll be right back.
Okay. So
All right, so we're going to give them a chance to swap out phones. I think they probably were having a battery issue.
well, they might be running low on juice, but we will tell you that we're going to move to the Tampa area, and I think it's such a great time to talk about the Tampa area food.
They're back.
We're back.
We're back.
Yeah.
Thank you for your
And-
patience.
Told you we prepared.
Okay.
Yay.
Tampa.
And Mark is from Tampa. Mark Daniels
Oh, really?
is from-
So
So-
am I.
and
I love it.
Dana is a
Born
Tampa
and
native.
raised
Yes.
Tampa native.
Yes, we met competing in speech and debate tournaments.
Let's be clear. We met with her kicking my butt in our first speech and debate
Yes.
competition, and she's been winning arguments ever since for the last 23 years.
Sounds
But-
like Megan.
in Tampa.
Yes, if you're a smart
Megan
man.
wins all the time, Gary.
She does. She does.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. But speaking of the Tampa area, the Gasparilla is a partner of Donna, and we talked about that on your show, and we just wanted to show the medal.
Yeah, we mentioned this medal, but
and
this is not
this is a medallion.
Yeah, it's so big. It's a medallion. It's actually, I feel like Flava Flav wearing
Yes.
this.
Yes.
I was just thinking that.
It opens. It's like
Oh,
a whole
that's so
big-
cool.
Love that.
That's fun.
and it's called the treasured chest.
So you
Fitting.
run the Donna marathon or half marathon up in Jacksonville at the beginning of February. You run the
It's our favorite.
Gasparilla at the end of February, and for running both of those races, you get the third medal.
You get that, and I'm telling you, it's awesome, and it leads us to the Tampa area, and there are lots of people in the chat giving love to the Tampa area.
Yes, and I'm curious now, as a Tampa native, I'm really curious what you guys think or are going to recommend to people.
Oh,
No pressure.
So many.
So I mean, I'm gonna name at least 3 spots.
We were just up there a few months ago, and we just so happened, for some reason, I don't know how I forgot this, but we were up there for when the Super Bowl was up there too. So it was a party up there. We were there.
why not?
It was
But-
not the actual Super Bowl, but the weekend
It
before.
was the weekend before. It was
So
when
there was an NFL live
Yeah.
LIV event.
it was the NFL showcase thing that they do before the Super Bowl. It was so much fun.
So are we gonna talk about the food or what?
Yeah, go.
So I mean,
Food or
let's-
drink?
We don't care. Just any recommendations.
So I'm gonna start with Armature Works, which maybe that's a big touristy spot. I don't know, but I think it's so cool because it's got so much in there. And if you start there, you can walk all along like the Riverwalk, and it's just like a great place to see Tampa.
Tell people a little bit, what is Armature Works like for somebody who has no idea what you're talking about?
Well, let me do it. So Armature Works, it's an old industrial building, an old industrial manufacturing building that they refurbished, kept all like the style and
architecture.
Yeah, exactly. And they turned it into like a
multi-purpose space,
restaurant, market, bar area,
all the things that
food court. Yeah.
I mean, it is the coolest freaking area. I mean, we were there for probably about 2-3 hours, and like there were so many different places we went to. Where we get food from?
We got Empa Mamas. They have bang bang chicken tenders, and they are so good, like covered in sauce.
When it comes to the sauce, I want extra on everything.
All of it.
So those were exactly what I was looking for. I didn't even need to ask for extra sauce. They were drowned in sauce. It was perfect.
And of course, delicious empanadas, like a cheeseburger empanada, the Tampa Girl empanada, which is like a Cuban sandwich inside an empanada. So good.
I'm sure that's terrible. That sounds awful.
Well, I mean, you say Cuban sandwich inside of
an empanada.
And, I mean
it's a deep fried Cuban sandwich.
Yes,
precisely.
Yeah.
Speaking of Cuban sandwiches and celebrating your first anniversary, the Columbia restaurant, including on the Riverwalk, the Columbia Cafe. And
right next door to the Armature Works is Eulalie, which is owned by the Columbia Restaurant
Group. We haven't been, but it looks so cool.
We just finished. We just interviewed their head of marketing
for Columbia
a few weeks ago, and
we had him on as well. And
you did? Awesome.
Really, really nice people.
Yes.
They are. As a Tampa native, I've been going to the Columbia restaurant since I was 2 years old.
So good.
They have a near and dear place in my heart.
One of our first dates was there.
And one of our first dates was there.
A good spot for that.
Yeah.
But they basically could deep fry a flip flop and I would eat it.
1905 salad for the win.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
This guy.
Oh gosh.
Are you a 1905
such a cool
fan?
restaurant. It's
crab
got so much like life to it.
You like crab, Megan? The crab croquettes.
I've never had them, and I love croquettes.
You've got to have them.
The Palomilla steak.
Yeah, the steak. How do you remember that?
Amy, I think the last time that we actually ate at the Columbia on Sand Key.
Yes,
that's what Amy got. Actually,
it's so good.
Oh, love that.
Got to have it.
I just get the Cuban sandwich because it's
well, you can never go wrong. Yeah.
Well, the trifecta there is the Cuban sandwich, some of the Spanish bean soup, and of course a crab croquette.
Yes.
I need that croquette. Good to know.
But also, while we're talking about cocktails, you've got to have a Pete's Manhattan.
Yes.
There. Yeah. No, he talked to us about it. I'm pretty sure.
The Pete's Manhattan might be my favorite cocktail that they make there.
All time.
It is one of those that the flavor is so incredibly balanced. You're going to be like, this is incredible. And then you'll be like 5 sips in and go, I need an Uber.
Yes.
So just go there just Uber or Lyft there.
Designated driver, whatever.
And enjoy it. It is incredible. And I'm so thrilled that Katie and Figgy was loving your suggestion of the Armature Works.
Oh my God.
And Katie was like the Columbia. And I'm like, yes, I knew I loved you.
Have you all been to Eulalie?
No, they said they had not been to Eulalie yet.
No, yeah, I want to go.
Eulalie features that they are all about native Floridian ingredients, so there's
perfect for us.
There's a lot of local seafood and a lot of local vegetables that are grown in Florida. And
awesome.
Okra fries, just get them.
But they have an amazing brewery on site.
Oh, and I'm telling you, Tim Shackton knows where it's at. Get a brewery tour and also have some of the wedding beer. Yes.
Just we will go.
They also have an IPA if that's your thing, but it is, I mean, just all of their beer is amazing, but the okra fries and the beer and the brewery tour, that is money.
We're going back pretty soon, so we're excited. We're excited to get back up there.
And Stephanie, no, we are not moving to Tampa.
No.
I'm from Tampa. My family's in Tampa. We travel to Tampa almost on a monthly basis, but no, we are not relocating to Tampa.
Yeah. All the different ways that you can have the Cuban sandwich we have mentioned and they have mentioned.
I love Sarah's comment. She's so glad she just made dinner because this conversation would kill her.
I know.
We did too. We had to eat before this.
We ate before this.
Yeah,
we
so do
were
we.
like,
So do we.
we know what's going to happen.
Everybody knows they should eat before they come
If we didn't, we would be ordering pizza. It would be ugly.
to the chat. So
yeah.
So we have talked about Tampa. I think it would just a shout out to Asian Kitchen.
Oh well, that's nowhere near the Armature Works, but it is on the other end, basically of
Bayshore.
Bayshore.
I'm listening. I love Asian food.
And I'm telling you, we featured them right before we ran the Gasparilla the last time we ran the Gasparilla half marathon to earn the medal that we talked about on your show.
Woohoo!
Actual size shown.
Yes, to celebrate your first anniversary. But it is, I'm telling you, there's pad thai, there's ramen, there are dumplings, and they will do chicken, they will do barbecue, brisket.
I would say that they do pork belly
and pork belly.
But the thing that they are doing different there is they have decided to incorporate a smoker into their repertoire, and they're doing brisket as the protein for ramen and for pad thai and for their other noodle dishes.
And
Yum.
It's
so wrong. It's right.
It's right off Bayshore. It's perfect.
We have to go.
It's 2 minutes from it's 2 minutes from the Bayshore gate of MacDill Air Force Base.
Yes.
A friend of mine from high school owns it. She and her family have been in the Tampa food scene for 20 plus years, 30 plus years. I forget how old I am sometimes. And
we're not old.
And Lisa Larkin and her family are doing the Lord's work in feeding folks out on MacDill Air Force Base and in that area doing that. But Josh is asking a question about what different ways do they do the Cuban sandwich. Love them. As a native Tampa boy, there is only one appropriate way to do a Cuban sandwich, and that is the correct way.
Like the Columbia.
If you ever add, lettuce and tomato, you're wrong.
No.
It's not a Cuban sandwich.
Agreed.
Okay, but
no.
Don't even try.
Something fresh. I'm okay with it.
Okay, we've been
this interview's over. This interview's over.
Sandwich, like
if you're doing a riff, an empanada, and we've had it as a pizza.
Yes.
But if
yeah.
Cuban sandwich, it can only have those ingredients.
Agreed.
You can't add
no
lettuce,
mayo,
tomato.
no mayo.
Just saying.
So
I will put mayo on.
Yes.
Really?
I want mayo on anything really.
mayo and mustard together is just so perfect to me, like in every way, that I'm putting it on there.
I mean, I like all sauces.
Amy is a sauce fanatic. It's true.
And if you ever come into the Cape and go to Nice Guys Pizza, you should text us and there immediately, 100%, because the Cuban pizza is amazing.
They have a pizza called the Castro. It's all the ingredients from a Cuban sandwich on a pizza. It's ridiculous.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't think we've had that one, but we have been there.
We do love Nice Guys, and we don't go as often as we should.
We've never been there. We've only been there once when we were dating, actually. Yeah.
And Josh, I will say, Josh is asking in the chat, different meats. If you change the meats up, it has
it's
to be.
It's not Cuban. It's just different sandwich.
Stop.
It has to be the pork shoulder, pork butt. If you change it up, it's not a Cuban.
So Fernandez the Bull, which is in Naples, and they actually have a new location in Key Largo, does have, I think, at least 3, maybe even 4 different Cuban sandwiches. One is the Naples Cuban. It's got bacon on it, right?
It's essentially a Cuban sandwich with bacon on it.
Yeah.
Which, like we just said, you can't change the meat on there. You can add meat. It's a Cuban sandwich with that meat on it.
It's a Cuban sandwich with X.
With whatever you're adding.
Yes. So the Naples Cuban, they have like a traditional Cuban, and they have one with their like special like slow roasted pork, and they have one with lobster mix, which they did for their Key Largo location, which is interesting.
Cuban sandwich
That's
with lobster.
incredible.
I would
Yes.
say the only riff on a Cuban I typically go for is called the medianoche, which is
Oh, yes.
basically the Cuban sandwich
Sweet
served
bread.
on basically a giant Hawaiian roll.
It's good.
I do like
Oh,
that.
it's insanely good, but it's not even labeled as a Cuban. It's called the medianoche.
Mm.
Yeah, just
I
saying.
didn't realize that.
Midnight.
So
Oh yeah, and we have some strong opinions here. Katie's
some
like
strong
Cuban
opinions
sandwich
about the
is
Cuban.
this. Yeah, this is fighting.
No
words.
mayo.
oh my goodness.
Figgy says there's only one way to make a proper Cuban. Yeah.
You know what? I do extra pickles though.
Well, okay, yeah.
I think that's
The
good.
man loves pickles.
Always extra pickles.
Yes.
Yeah. Extra
Well,
pickles
no, I
is
think
good.
they skip you on pickles when they give you a Cuban sometimes. I like extra pickles.
I agree.
I like hot sauce.
Oh, okay.
Oh, hot sauce.
Yeah,
I
you
mean,
dip it.
Dana will tell you that I put that on everything.
Sometimes it gives me a complex. I'll cook something. I'm like, I make this dish. I spice it. I think this is perfect as is. Bam. Next thing you know, here comes the bottle of Frank's hot sauce. I'm like, really?
Me too, actually. Garrett
So-
puts hot
so
sauce on everything, and I'm like,
Their
Say
marketing.
try it
campaign-
before you put hot sauce on it.
No,
I do.
No, she
though.
doesn't. No,
I
she doesn't.
Like,
You do
I'm
not.
like, it's gonna be better. She's like, why? You're gonna mask the flavor. I'm like, no, I'm adding to the flavor.
And what's funny is their marketing campaign right now is I put that on everything.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's you. They made that marketing campaign for you.
It's true.
It's so true.
Frank's hot sauce is so darn
It
good.
is true.
yeah, it is.
we have to move to.
We
I
got to
know.
move. Well,
We-
you kind of skipped. You went to Key Largo, which I love because there's a spot in Key Largo that we
Oh.
absolutely love, which is
Yes.
a absolute hole in the wall.
Yes.
For one of our favorite sides and sandwiches. It was a grouper Reuben that
Mhm.
that
Ooh.
was
Are you
was
in
killer,
for
and it's
that?
called the Blackwater Siren.
Oh, it's so good.
Cool
it's-
name.
It's a great name, and
On the water.
it's on the water. It's a little hotel restaurant or restaurant adjacent to a hotel,
Mhm.
right, basically like the first exit after you get off the mainland of Florida.
Mm.
But their grouper Reuben is insanely good, and they do these what do you call them? Coconut crusted onion rings.
Oh,
They're
yum.
Oh my goodness.
Love
You
onion
must
rings.
have
Love
it all.
Reubens. Love grouper.
You should have it all. The Blackwater Siren is incredible.
It is insane.
Yes.
And Dwayne is in. Hello, Dwayne.
Are we
Are we?
going down to the Keys?
Well,
or are we going to Miami?
We were going to ask you. You guys,
Yeah.
you might
are
have
you
a
okay
couple
to
of things
still-
to recommend in the Miami area
Yeah.
that you could maybe suggest.
I don't have a lot of recommendations in the Miami area just because I typically don't go to Miami.
Okay.
Just,
Oh, I
it's
can
just
name
my.
I
some.
hate driving over there,
Oh,
so I don't
Megan's
blame
got
you.
us.
So if
Megan's
we're
got it.
talking Cuban food, definitely Versailles. Versailles Bakery is an old bakery. It's been there for a long
Yes.
time.
I've heard that on. I think we've actually seen that on like some of the big national
Like-
channels as well.
Yes.
And when we like stop through, we always go there. Like we're just driving to the Keys, we stop at Versailles.
They took me
They've got
there.
all different kinds of like Cuban pastries. They've got croquetas. They've got obviously Cuban sandwiches, empanadas. So it's a great place for like a quick breakfast or just on the go or have a whole meal. They also have a restaurant that they're connected to, but we hit the bakery every time. Restaurant Ceviche 105.
Okay.
So good. We love ceviche for one, but they've all got all different kinds of ceviches
Well, I was
and
going to
different
ask you, when you
seafoods.
go to a place named Ceviche 105, do
You've
you
gotta have
get
it.
ceviche?
Oh, of
Right?
course, absolutely.
Hmm.
And we got this, and I wish I could remember what it was called, but it was like a whole fish, and it was like encircled and like another like a shrimp sauce medley. Like it was
type thing?
phenomenal. Definitely a good place to go for seafood and like a fresh. You can be healthy if you want to get just ceviche, but they've got some more indulgent stuff too. I mean, nightlife.
I love that.
If you want nightlife, Miami's the
Oh,
place.
there it is. They've got the nightlife and entertainment.
Yes.
100%.
11. 11's our favorite club there.
That's-
Definitely hit up 11.
That's where me and Megan went the night we got together.
Aw.
Aww.
It's a powerful place.
I spent $111 in like 18 minutes.
You spent $111 in a
18
place
minutes?
called 11.
Yeah. No, sorry. No.
What?
$115. Sorry, the 11 mixed me up. $115 in like probably 15 minutes.
Well,
Wow.
I mean, you know.
It was the cover.
Yeah.
I paid for the cover, and then I paid for like a drink and like 3 waters.
Yeah,
And,
the water bottles are expensive.
and
You gotta hydrate.
they
They're
were
open 24/7.
they were Fiji water bottles.
So we usually
like,
leave at like 6 in the morning. So you need water.
I was like, I'm leaving here. I'm leaving here now, or I'm gonna have to sell my kidney.
Well, I mean, you make a valid point, and we're talking about first dates, like our first date.
Well,
at
it's
Columbia,
first dates,
or-
and it's the club scene in Miami.
and the
Come
club
on.
scene
Yeah.
in Miami. Oh, so
It was
Yeah.
after my sister's wedding, for context. So it was like we were like, let's go to Miami for our first date.
Yeah, it was.
You have to have
I'm not
fun
falling that much.
at a family event like that.
Yeah.
So
Josh is asking about mango habanero would complement the sandwich. Mango habanero, anything complements
On a Cuban,
anything.
yeah,
Agreed.
I'd hit it.
Agreed.
I could.
Yeah.
hot sauce
I
for the
wouldn't.
win.
I wouldn't put it on the sandwich. I would use it as a dipping sauce.
Okay.
That
That's
way
still
you-
on
I
the
get
sandwich.
that. I get that though. No, you're not gonna spread
I
it.
get
though.
it,
You're
per
not
bite.
gonna spread it. though.
Yeah.
No, no,
It's
but,
because that's gonna
You're
mask
not
the
gonna.
taste
You're
too
not
much.
gonna panini press it in the.
but I
Yeah,
am a-
you don't wanna do
Yeah.
I am a mango habanero fanatic. I
Yeah.
love that.
Yeah.
I will.
that's
I
awesome.
do have to say, when it comes to Cuban sandwiches, all through high school, like that's what I ate for my lunch. Like
From Publix.
the
Really?
Publix, I would get the Publix
Oh.
pre-made Cubans during the
Yeah,
beginning of the
not
week.
the same.
We'd press the Cuban in the morning, and that would be my lunch for all through high school.
Okay, and a lot of our listeners and viewers who are not from Florida may not understand the Publix phenomenon. Publix,
Which they should go back to your episode about the pub sub.
yes.
Mm.
All I'm
We
saying.
get like 2 of
Publix
them.
is our big premium grocery chain here in Florida. It is probably one of your more expensive grocery chains. They have nicer stores, cleaner stores, blah blah blah. But they have an amazing deli section.
Oh,
and
yeah.
their subs are a Florida staple. If you
Mhm.
don't
It
come to
is.
Florida
So
and not get a pub sub, especially if you're going to the beach or taking food with you somewhere.
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
Oh,
like
yeah.
to a brewery that doesn't have a food truck or
Yeah.
yeah.
I've never
Yeah.
thought of that. That's so true.
Is that
Yes.
not what? Okay, is that not like a great application of a pub sub and a tactical application of a public sub?
Yeah.
They
Come on.
actually, I've noticed that they started selling little like sub koozies in the subsection. What is it called?
Yeah, it was something that was on Shark Tank. It's like
A little like sub like storage container because like they know like you're gonna take this.
on a boat
wherever
or
you're going,
something like that.
yeah.
Sub koozie. I
It's like
love it.
it's
That's
like it's like a little
hysterical.
plastic like container for the sub, and it's like perfectly sized for like a foot long sub, and it's hysterical. They've been doing it for probably about 2 years now. I think.
Yeah.
Okay,
And-
but the pub sub. What makes the pub sub? Is it the ingredients inside or is it the bread?
It's the bread.
The bread's a big part of it, but I feel like also they're chicken tenders. Like I know not everyone's getting a
Oh.
chicken tender sub, but that's part of what makes. Oh, there's our cat.
Oh, I see a cat.
That's part of what makes like it's so special. Is their chicken tenders are
Oh.
so good, so like juicy and perfectly seasoned. So if you're gonna like try a public sub, I would definitely get the chicken tender sub.
Oh,
Because you're not gonna be able to get that anywhere else. Like you can get an Italian wherever the heck you want to go, but like you're not gonna get a chicken tender sub anywhere else.
Well, I was going to
That's
say, if you're going to get a pub sub, the real thing is to get something that's fresh cooked there because they do
Oh.
make their ingredients fresh.
Yeah.
The asterisk of that is, of course, the cold cuts. Cold cuts are cold cuts. They're getting
Yes.
it from either Boar's Head or their Publix
chicken
distributor.
tenders
Exactly.
are where it's at. That's all I'm saying. The pub
Yes.
sub, chicken tenders, pub sub.
They do a mojo pork that is
Oh.
Good too.
insanely good, and they actually make a halfway decent Cuban.
Whenever we
Yeah,
make
that's what I'm
Cubans at
saying.
home, we get their mojo pork for it. It's so good.
Mm.
And we have some people chiming in saying ceviche is awesome. So yeah, your recommendation there. I don't know if they're all talking about
That's
ceviche, the
it.
place,
There are
or
people
ceviche,
listening
the
for your
dish.
food recommendations right now.
Good.
I'm so glad because we've got
Good.
it.
Because there are so many.
Experts. Now,
And Dwayne, I'm listening for food recommendations. I'm a big guy.
Me too, Dwayne. Don't worry. Me too.
yes, Dwayne. So we left off at the Blackwater Siren.
So yeah, we've now moved
Right?
south into Key Largo. Are there any upper or other locations in the upper or middle Keys that you guys like going to?
Well, we always go to Robbie's in Isla Morada, which is not, I wouldn't say it's like a food destination. The
you
food's
feed
not,
the fish?
bad, but the tarpon feeding, they have a really like cool Bloody Mary.
I really
Ooh.
enjoyed the food.
Well, It's food you could get anywhere in Florida. If you ask me.
Yeah, I get
Okay,
that.
okay.
But the Bloody Mary, the cool thing
It's
about
the
the Bloody
experience
Mary,
that's exceptional.
the cool thing about the Bloody Mary is that they give you a meat straw, like a Slim Jim straw.
I'm all
It's like
on
a
board
hollowed
for
out
that.
Slim
Meat
Jim.
straw.
Let's go the meat straw. Hashtag
Delicious.
meat
So
straw.
it's just a fun place.
Delicious.
And they have like almost like a island flea market in front of the restaurant. It's really cool.
that's
That
exactly
is what it is.
It's an island flea market. That place is really great. Gosh, Florida Keys Brewing Company.
We love them
We
so
love them.
much.
That
And it's
place
such a pretty location.
We didn't get to
Beautiful.
go there. We weren't there long enough. But check out our YouTube video on Florida Keys Brewing Company.
They did a
So
tasting.
we had
Yeah.
so much fun making that video. I still have one of their shirts. I love tie dye, and they have these awesome tie dye T-shirts there.
Wow.
And they have like
for that.
pineapple lanterns
Yeah,
in there. It's just a
super
really
cool.
cool place.
Super cool.
Did you know that the second floor to that place is like an Airbnb or a VRBO?
No.
Yes.
Yeah.
That would
So
be
you
fun.
Can, you can actually rent the room above the brewery if you want to. It's a beautiful little like Key West style house. But we also stumbled onto their Oktoberfest by total accident. They
Nice.
have one of the most off the chain Oktoberfest celebrations I've ever seen anywhere.
So we've given them 2 dip tips now.
We have.
Thank you.
They've given us a ton.
Yeah, you
a
guys.
metric ton.
We're trying to just
of
hang.
dip
We want to
tips,
keep our heads above water.
but we
with
want you to
too.
feel like it's valuable.
Oh yeah. The Airbnb above a brewery, that's
Yeah.
killer.
Yes. A Slim Jim straw for the win. Yes.
Mhm.
The Oktoberfest. Like we all need to have a party at Florida Keys Brewing.
Oh, we're huge fans of Florida Keys Brewing, and then there's another spot that we go to for a specific dish in Little Torch Key.
I mean,
We feature
this
these
is-
growlers
do you know
pretty
these growlers?
frequently.
No.
Florida Keys Brewing has a deal, and again, we are not affiliated with them in any
No.
way.
love to
Just
be, but
fans.
we're not.
But
We'd love to.
We'll drive through there, and on the way down, it's 2 flights of beer plus 2 pints plus that growler filled with the beer of your choice
So
for
great.
$95.
Because you could take the growler to Key West
And that growler by
Yes.
itself
at your hotel room.
on Amazon is $75.
Wow.
So it's
So-
actually a good value for the money that you're getting.
So we'll meet you there. We'll have flights. We'll have pints. We'll have the Oktoberfest, and we'll take growlers to Key West with you.
I'm in.
I'm so in.
I
And
am
I
in.
love that you can just, walk around drinking at Key West. So you can have
Oh.
growler out.
Yes.
Party
Irish
hat on.
Kevin's for you? Irish Kevin's? No?
Are
Oh,
we
yeah.
making our way? Well,
Mhm.
hold on. We're still Little
I've
Torch
never
Key.
been there.
Hold on.
You haven't?
No,
I
we
was-
didn't go there.
Oh, well, it's fun.
Well,
Yeah, we never went there. It was like this huge lineup and tour when we went.
Well,
It was,
before
like,
we get to
crazy.
Key West, do you guys stop anywhere else in the middle Keys? on
So
your way down
we
as a
stopped at
regular?
Bahia Honda State Park. So not for food,
That's beautiful.
a
the
very
view.
beautiful spot. Yes, very picturesque, and a great just place to just
Yes.
take in like the open ocean. Just to see it all.
I wish we'd stayed there longer so we could go snorkel or something there.
Yeah, it's very clear
Enjoy.
waters, and the
Quintessential.
Key West is not the best beaches, so that's why we
Key
like
West
to
has
stop
no
there.
beaches except for really
Mm-mm.
one. There's one hotel that's got a
The
beach on
hotels,
Key West,
right.
Little.
Yeah,
and
it's
the
just like-
hotel has it.
I
Right.
We like to stop in Little Torch Key. There's a place there that does the most amazing ahi tuna nacho platter that is to die for.
That sounds
Yes.
so good.
It's so
And
good. You
What's
must
the name
have
of the
it.
What's the name of the place?
You must have it. Kiki Sandbar.
Kiki Sam.
You can
Ooh.
catch your own seafood and bring it, and they'll cook it.
Oh, love that.
But the ahi tuna nachos, you can get them like they can sear them or they can serve it raw, whatever you want. But
Raw.
it
All day.
is me too. Us too.
All day
Same,
raw.
Same.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's awesome. It's the wasabi, it's the ginger, it's the tuna,
and it's enormous. It could feed 4 people.
Yeah.
And it's priced reasonably. That's the other thing. People, once you get to Key West, prices tend to go up because it's very touristy.
Oh yeah.
But in the
They know
in the middle keys and the upper keys, it's not quite as touristy.
Yeah.
And they're actually good values to be had.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure.
Yeah.
We do
So-
have a request. Let's see. Josh was asking any recommendations for favorite sushi down this way, or
And the Keys.
Well, there was the one place
Oh.
that they went to that we didn't go to because we went and got a lobster roll. What was that place called?
I'm gonna bet
I
it's
don't know.
DJ's
Oh,
Clam
God,
Shack
we're gonna
for
have
the
to
We
get
lobster
don't like
roll.
really ever get sushi in the Keys, but I can make recommendations in Naples.
Oh.
Yeah, no, me and Megan went off because we went to go get a lobster roll. Where were we?
DJ's Clam Shack.
DJ's
DJ's
Clam
It's
Shack.
so
Yeah.
good.
Well, we went
It's
there,
incredible.
and Steph, the producer, randomly stumbled upon a sushi place and said it was freaking incredible.
I wish I knew what it was called.
And I forget what it's called. And I
Well,
don't
if
think
you remember, you just text us and we'll share
Yeah, I'll
it.
tell.
Oh,
Yeah,
absolutely,
we'll
we
text you
will.
because
Mhm.
And
now it's really
that's-
annoying me.
yeah.
I don't remember what it's called.
Yeah, you text us, or if you think about it, you just shout it out. But
Yeah.
DJ's Clam Shack is one of the places that is so good for conch fritters.
Oh, their conch fritter game is off the charts good.
But
That
also
place is
lobster
insane. But their
rolls.
lobster roll, we've actually done the regular lobster roll, and then just
And the big one.
we wanted to see what a $36 sandwich looked like. So we
Yes.
were like, screw it, we'll try it. It's 2 lobsters full of meat on a single roll. It's insane.
Oh, gosh. So split it.
It is no.
Oh my gosh.
they-
Oh, it's so good.
It is so
The
incredible.
lobster is so
So-
good.
A funny thing. So when we were there, tell them the story like about the lobster eating contest.
There
that
was
he
a
told us.
lobster
Lobster
eating
eating?
contest.
Oh yeah, so
So funny.
they had a lobster eating contest.
DJ's Clam
Their
Shack.
first annual and their only annual, right? They never
Yeah.
did it again.
Only
They only did
annual.
one lobster eating contest.
Because it turns out you really can't eat that many lobster rolls, and they had
So,
how
like,
many?
They had like 12 people, and each of them ate like.
One or like two max.
And so they were like, "Well, this isn't really a contest anymore."
So they gave away, I think, like 40 or 50
Like-
lobster rolls.
Oh yeah.
Oh my
So they were
gosh.
like, "Yeah, we've never done it ever
dang
since."
it. I would so do it. I would so do it.
I don't think I can
I'm
eat more than
telling
two.
I
though.
don't think I could either. Like that. God, it's so.
They pack them, they're not skimping you, and it's
Of course.
delicious.
It sounds
bread.
crazy to say it's an $18 sandwich and you're getting good value for your money, but you actually
are.
are.
You are.
Yeah, you are. That very true.
Because a lot of places like will half cut the bread, so it looks like there's a lot of lobster in there, but it's really not. It's like a,
Mhm.
like a
Small
crumble
piece
of
bread.
lobster.
Yeah, exactly.
But they're not doing that.
Yeah, no, they're
they are hardcore.
they're giving you
Yeah,
full
they're packing it.
claws. They're giving you claws of like meat.
And just FYI, in the Fort Myers, Naples, and Charlotte
Southwest Florida
Southwest
area.
Florida area, Mobster Lobster does the same thing. The food truck Mobster Lobster. So
Yeah, they're like the spirit animal, food truck
Of
spirit animal
DJ's
of
Clam
DJ's
Shack.
Clam Shack. They're not affiliated in any way, but their product and the quantity
Mwah.
and the quality and what you're getting for what you pay, right on par.
so good, so good.
Nice.
So. Well, we have taken a tour,
Of Florida,
Of Florida.
from north to south.
and we have
One more video.
We have one more video. It's a celebration of your podcast and your year anniversary. And we can't thank you enough for the fact that you all had us on your year anniversary. That was amazing.
That is so
We're so
special.
sad we weren't there for it.
And we know how hard it is for you guys to produce a
Yeah.
podcast for a year running, and that's amazing. Congratulations.
So we really want to wrap up with the video, which at the end has all the places that people can find your show, and they definitely should subscribe. But we want to show this video as an homage to you and to celebrate the entire Dip crew and to say happy podcast anniversary.
Thank you
Thank you
so
so
much.
much.
Yeah, for your support, for coming on our show. We're so happy to be here.
It's been a great year of podcasting. I've had so much fun. I've fallen in love with podcasting.
Well, and we've fallen in love with listening to you
Yes.
guys, and we are
Yes.
so happy to be part of the celebration of your year and the hard work
Yeah.
and dedication it takes to do this, in addition to day jobs and life
So
and
much so.
everything else. So congratulations on hitting that milestone. And our listeners are throwing in congratulations
Thanks so much.
comments and Facebook and YouTube. we are going to close it out with this little video homage to you guys. But
And also,
oh yeah, let's do
a
this first.
shot.
We're gonna do the shot.
Oh
first.
yeah.
Oh, jeez.
We
I'll try a shot.
actually this is a
taking a
riff
pull.
on a shot called a Baby Guinness.
Okay, yeah.
And
I'm
a lot
familiar.
of times the Baby Guinness is
Looks like a little
usually
espresso.
yeah, it's made with a little bit of coffee liqueur and a floater of Irish cream. Well, this is something that's Disney inspired.
yes.
This is actually a coffee liqueur called Mr. Black's, and the floater is a cream liqueur called Amarula, which
Yeah.
is
From
something
Sanaa.
from Sanaa.
Oh, wow.
snap.
And this gives it a little bit of almost a vanilla and cinnamon flair.
Mhm.
So cheers to you
We're
guys.
gonna take a
Cheers.
pull of tequila.
Oh,
Terramana.
boy.
Terramana. Shout out the rock.
All right, get it.
All
You
right.
guys are home, so cheers.
Yeah,
Cheers.
cheers.
Oh my.
Mm.
Wow.
Good?
That's
There you
tasty.
go.
And La Cava del Tequila rocks. So.
Oh gosh, yes.
Mm.
And with that, guys, thank you so much. And
Here's your
Here
video.
is
Here's
your
your
video
Thanks so much.
celebration. of
Thank
your
you.
1 year.
So excited.
Just a podcast in paradise. Congratulations, guys, for your 1 year. You rock. You're awesome. Thank you to everybody that joined us tonight in the Instagram chat at 7, starting over here at the 8 o'clock hour Eastern Standard Time. We are so happy that everybody could join us and jump in and comment. And we hope that you enjoyed taking a little food and drink tour of Florida.
Yay.
We are excited to be able to do this and celebrate you.
Yay.
It's just, again, one of our favorite shows to listen to,
Mhm.
especially on long runs.
Yes.
I'm a huge fan of spoken word audio on long runs, and they do an amazing, amazing job.
It's just like
And we
being-
learn from it.
Yes. Yes.
So now, again, we're trying to give you guys excuses to come down here and
To
hang out with
Florida.
us. They've given you a bunch.
Yes.
And we're going to continue to do more. We are actively getting ready to ramp up our 2021 travel year for races. That is all coming. So we're going to have some stuff to announce, hopefully in the coming weeks regarding that. But for now, we have a new episode up.
Mm-hmm.
Please go to the feed, runeatdrink.net. Check out. You can click on listen now right
Mhm.
there.
But
we would
also,
really prefer it if you subscribed in your favorite podcatcher.
But and also in our Instagram, if you click on the link in our profile, we also have a link to our latest interview with Just a Podcast in Paradise.
Yeah, we're fans.
Yay. And we're so honored that you would release our episode on the year anniversary of your show.
Yeah.
So thank you to Megan and Garrett. thank you to Steph and Alyssa and Sarah
And the producer.
and everybody. I hope that we named everybody in your cast, and we just love you all and celebrate you all. And thank you for hanging out on our Wednesday chat with us.
Happy anniversary, guys.
Yay!
And thank you, everybody in the
And thank you for
Runcation
everybody who
Nation
supported
for
it
supporting
tonight.
them and supporting us. We will talk to you guys really soon.
Yay!